yeah, I'm gonna help you guys with this. These are numchucks. And I'm gonna help you with the basic releases. I'm not gonna help you with the basic crap like, you know, smacking it off your hips, taking it to your arms and stuff. I might make a video on that later. Let me take this band off. But I'm just gonna help you with one thing here, and this is your basic releases. These are like about a 6th or 7th length chain. So you can see the chain length on this, because some of them are smaller. They're called speed chucks, and releases are for fingers and stuff. And these can use your hand or your wrist. I'm just going to show you the basic of the basic when it comes to a forward and a backwards 180 release, okay? This release is going to like literally transition. You're going to use this thing on like everything, you know, like, I mean, you can go everywhere with it, around the head, through the legs, off the hips. You can go vertical, horizontal. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. So basically, it's just like really important tool as far as performance goes. This is a performance aspect style. It's real basic, real simple. And then at first, you're gonna think it's kind of a little awkward, but I've met about 1 billion people, and every single one of them that I've okay, billion's exaggerated, but every one of them that I've ever showed this technique to, and they practiced it, you usually get it right off the bat. You just got to play with the timing some and figure out what works best for you. It's real simple, it's real quick, it's a super fast progression, and before you know it, you'll go from like kind of getting it down and dropping it to just all of a sudden it's like it's too easy, you know. So that's how it works, the progression on these chucks. So the basic technique I'm going to show you is you're going to hold it like this, okay? Now you want to hold it at near the top of the chuck. Don't hold it at the bottom. A lot of people hold it down here. This is more for a fighting aspect. You're going to get these quarter grips here. It's going to give you a little bit more power if you were to hit something with it. And by something, I mean a human. Oh, okay, but anyway, get to the point. You want to, for the performance aspect, since we're going to be doing releases, we're not going to be using them with a fighting concept. We're going to be using them for a performance concept, you know, our aspect. So, you know, it's just for fun, kind of like tricking or skateboarding or, you know, anything, you know, you would do for performance and as a fun hobby. So you're going to hold them near the top where the chain is, up by the chrome. If you got rope, that's fine. Rope tends to be a little more difficult to use because it's more flexible and it gets caught up easier. So I would go with chain, but you can use rope. You want to hold them near the top, up here at the top by the chain, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to start out with your thumb pointing down, okay? So if you're right-handed, you're going to have your hand like this. Just going to point it down. And on this one, we're going to roll it back this way. So we're going to be going, yeah, clockwise maybe? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to be going to the right. So we're going to hold it with our thumb down, and I'm just going to throw it this way and open my hand, and the chain's going to wrap around my hand and my wrist. Like that. He says that's it. Now look what I land. This position I end up having them in. My thumb's pointing up now, right? So, yeah, my thumb's up. So from here, I'm gonna go back this way. I'm gonna go the opposite way. I'm just gonna go this way. And now I have them with my hand back down in the original starting position. So that's one, you could just say like, I don't know, 1 rep of it, okay? So then we're gonna go back, there's halfway, and then we're gonna come back. That's 1 rep. So, you just open your hand up and let it roll. Just let it, okay? Just play with the timing. Don't let it grab too long like this. See, I waited too long. If you do it like this, they get caught and they hit. If you do it too soon, which I'm not gonna do it too soon because this grass is wet, you'll just throw them. You just gotta find out the timing that works best for you. And all it is you're going, you start out, always start out, grab them and start out thumb down, hand down, elbow up. And we're gonna go this way, boom. Then when we're here, we're gonna go back. So from my view, looking at you, if you were looking towards the camera, we're gonna be going right, left, right, left. And you can do it at your own pace. Just kind of use your elbow a little bit in there, kind of get some momentum going. flick it, you know, and that's it. That's the basic idea. Now that is like a super basic like release, and you can start doing more. You can do, instead of them 180 releases, like here's a 180 release, you can do other stuff. Like you can do 360s and stuff like that, but that was a really crappy 360. There you go, like a 360 versus a 180. Okay, but that's another story. Let's just talk for right now. Just do it with your thumb down here, your thumbs up now, back, right, left. Okay, and once you get that down, you're going to be able to start incorporating all kinds of things into it. So first get that down, and at first it's going to be kind of hard to do because you really don't have any type of fluid momentum in it. You're just kind of like, you know, in one spot, so it's kind of like fighting against each other, trying to go back and forth. There's no fluid momentum in it. So once you get the basic concept and muscle memory for those type of releases, you can take something called a figure 8, where you're just going to hold it at the chrome like this, and you're just going to make an 8. Boom. So you're going to go up and down to the hip, up, down to the hip, opposite. So you're kind of making like a figure 8 or an X. See, you just here, 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 and that's it. You're just doing this motion. And once you get that motion down, you're gonna point your thumb down like this, and instead of just doing it stationary like this, when you point your thumb down, the first part, you're gonna swing your arm in this way. So you're gonna go to this shoulder, opposite shoulder. And see, I'm in this position, my thumb's up. Now I'm gonna go back, right? But this time I'm just gonna swing my arm around and not release it. And then when I get here, I'm gonna release it, right? So try to keep it shoulder to shoulder or nipple to nipple, center line, and you're just gonna swing here, back, here. So all we're doing is this. We're doing the same thing you were doing earlier, but we're blending it with that figure 8. And it's gonna make it easier because now we have some momentum to work with on that, you see? And then you can be like this, because now we have some momentum to work with rather than just sitting there, you know, with the momentum fighting each other, right? So that's the most basic of the basic. There is some other stuff you can do, like you can do the same technique from the hips. You can go around the leg. You can go around your neck. You can put the spin around the neck. You know, you got the basic arm thing here. I don't even know what it's called, but you would see like a lot of old-fashioned people that use chucks doing it, like Bruce Lee and stuff would use it, where you can start putting 180s on that. You know, you can do it on the legs. You know, you can start doing other stuff, like you can go around and release, and you can just start playing with it, man, and just all kinds of weird stuff, right? All kinds.